Vegas. I hope you guys are excited. We are just 10 minutes away from opening break. We have both of our finals going on in both our arenas. Arena number 2 for the women's
Guys, Josh Miller getting
champion.
warmed up then
It's going
for
to be Jessica
the final against
Santino
Federal or
and
Simulator.
Wei.
Your part right, go for it.
And
It's
here in
going to be a
Arena
cracker.
1,
Don't want to miss this
Federal
one.
Gorse and Joshua Filler. We're going to be crowning our both men's and women's Open champions. Coming up here, 10 minutes to open break.
Perfect, then one breath, step out.
Just about 5 minutes away from opening break. Just want to remind you once again to tell your friends back home you can watch this all around the world. Pro Billiards TV on YouTube. Tens of thousands tuned in from around the world, but you are here He'll be crowning the men's open and women's open champion just a few minutes away from opening break.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Opens 2026. What a shot, man.
Perfect. What just happened? Look at that cue ball.
I don't think I've seen that before, too.
No way.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Las Vegas, and this is the kickoff to the 2026 season of the Predator Pro Billiard Series. Let me tell you, this is an incredible event we got going on right outside this arena. 12,000 fans and players. We have 434 Predator tables to be exact, and I want to take just a moment to thank our partners. That is Little Monster, Kamui, Yalin, Box Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Aramith, Vin Billiards, Seyberts, Pro Billiards TV, CSI, and the WPA. And a special thanks to Predator. Ladies and gentlemen, over $3.5 million during this season. Make some noise for all the partners and Predator. So there is a lot going on out there and inside the arenas. Well, even more. We started with 2 full fields in the Las Vegas Women's and Men's Open. We are down to the finals. And Las Vegas, you're getting ready to witness something special. We're going to be crowning a champion, so let's get to it. You guys ready? Let's start in arena number 2. She is a 2-time world 10-ball champion. From the Philippines, please put your hands together, make some noise for Flash Cheska Centino. And her opponent is a Predator Vietnam champion, Predator Puerto Rico Open champion from Chinese Taipei, The Wave, Zhu Chen Wei. And back in Arena 1 for the Las Vegas Men's Opens Final. Here we go. 2-time World 9-Ball champion, 3-time All-Around Derby City champion, World Pool Masters champion, and get this, has won 14 sets during this tournament and has only lost 1 set. Make some noise for the Ghost, Fedor Gorst. And his opponent is a World 9-Ball champion, World 8-Ball champion, and a World Teams champion. And during this event, he has won 14 sets and lost just 2. He is from Bonn, Germany, the killer, Joshua Filler. We're lagging for the break. It's a race to 4, best of 3 sets, sending it to the Predator press box.
Welcome to Las Vegas. This is the final of the Pro Billiard Series Las Vegas Open 2026. And I think this is the matchup everybody has been waiting for, as we have Joshua, the Killer Filler, ready to take on Fedor, the Ghost, Gorst. The game is 10-ball, races to 4, best out of 3 sets. My name is Tim de Ruiter, and I'm very happy to be joined by my good friend and colleague, Mark White. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much, Tim, and thanks very much to our announcer, Derek Cox. What an announcer he is. He gets the crowd up and fired, doesn't he? I think they're going to be fired up for this final, Tim. I know I certainly am. When I woke up this morning, I saw who we've got to commentate on the Gorst, the Ghost, against the Killer, the Filler. Cannot wait for this one. I think it's the final that everyone thought it might be. And with Fedor Gorst losing just 1 set and Filler losing just 2 sets rather, it's going to be close, Tim. I think it's going to come down to a big safety battle. We saw Joshua Filler against Shane Van Bonen the other day in an amazing rack, some great safety, some great kicking. I honestly think it's going to come down to who breaks the best and who plays the best safety.
Well, also one interesting thing I found is for a couple months, Fedor being very busy, also marketing himself on the internet, his business. He's doing all kinds of things, wasn't playing the best pool, and people were starting to wonder, hey, what happened with Fedor? Is he still able to do it? Well, I mean, if you play at a certain level, you're not going to ask yourself that, because you know he's still capable of doing it. And yet, here he's showing that he can make a final with just dropping 1 set. That alone, I think, is very impressive.
Yeah, and also, Tim, yeah, he may have been busy on the internet as well, but he knows this format very, very well. He was twice champion in Arizona when we had that Pro Billiard Series event. He won that back-to-back. There's no reason why he can't win another one.
Now, the safety from Filler, first shot to hit. Well, apparently it's enough for Federer not to take out the jump cue. But I'm very sure Filler was trying to stick the cue ball a bit closer to the 2-ball. Or is he? He is gonna get the jump cue actually. So 2-rail shape, back to the center of the table.
Bird's eye view.
And that's a rare view.
It is rare as well. Yeah. Safety from Filler. What a safety. This is going to be a huge part of the game, I just get the feeling. One thing's for sure, Tim, he ain't jumping that one.
Yeah, that's a guarantee. Now, the other option is like, what else can he do? Possibly arc the cue ball back straight off this short rail. Right spin. Such a small ball. And he's overdone it. Do they cluster up? Does that 2-ball cluster up?
Yeah, too much right hand spin on the cue ball. Went too early. Was trying to come past the 8 obviously, and the first real chance then in this final. Going to Joshua Filler, already a champion here, won the doubles with his wife Pia yesterday. Remember guys, we do have another final going on table number 2. Cesca Centeno up against Wei Ju Jen. Any problems, Tim?
He is actually in prime shape at the moment, just needs to be careful with the 5 to the 6. Quite some traveling to do on there. Let's see, does he play to the short side of the 6? Or is he going to try and draw the cue ball for a window between the 7-9? And that's what he just looked at.
Arguably, Tim, the 2 best players in the world at the moment. I don't know what you think about that statement, but I think they're right up there, these 2.
I mean, even if you do not feel like that's a true statement, then the results, they show it to you. I mean, they win a major or 2 a year. Just that alone. That is just incredible. With that many good players on the planet, there's a lot of good players out there that can do well in these majors, but they just give them 10 tournaments and they'll win 1 or 2 guaranteed with the best players out there. That's how good they are.
Yeah, it's going to come down to an odd mistake here and there. I don't think there's going to be many. I think Filler really is playing some of the best pool of his life at the moment.
Yeah, we've had a very strong field this year, Las Vegas Open. Very much looking forward to the World Team Championship, which will be starting soon. Also, we have the Junior Championship coming up soon, so there's still a lot more to come from Las Vegas, but I'm curious to see, with this many good players in the building, who or what country is going to win the World Teams. It's a tough pick. We've spoken about this before. I think it's really tough to pick a country, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not going there. Not until I've seen a round at least, Tim. It really is anybody's, that one. And it's a great format. Got some doubles in there and singles. It's a tremendous format. The teams, reigning champions, of course, Joshua Filler, Pia Filler, and Moritz Neuhausen, who's on his way to Vegas to take part in that, to defend their championship that they won here 2 years ago, in Puerto Rico rather. Good safety this time from Fedor. The jump cue is out for Joshua. Probably just to play a safety though, Tim.
Yeah, so looking to get the 1 ball 2 rails out and possibly the cue ball under the 10. 6 does play big though. Yeah, a bit of this. I mean, you always need a little bit of luck playing this kind of shot, but you're sending it towards a direction. If you look at the result, I'm sure Filler will be very happy. That nudge of the 4 helped him out big time.
So referee Pentti Seppänen from Finland. Going off the back of the 5 ball here, Tim, trying to make it in the corner.
Well, it looks like he's trying to arc around the 3 ball. I mean, most of the time I think the cue ball will be okay. You're not going to scratch, at least in the corner. I just don't know what kind of hook he really was going to have. I think it was more of a containing safety, just trying to leave Filler as tough as possible. And he has tied up the 5 and the 7.
Well, we know he enjoys a good old safety battle, Joshua. And he's going to have to be really, really smart with the safeties because he doesn't want to leave Fedor too many jump shots. We know how good he is with the jump cue. Bringing it with him again, just in case. Got a little bit closer to the pocket than I'm sure he would have liked.
Well, I actually have a feeling he was playing a bit of a 2-way. If he had made it, the 2 ball was on.
Yeah, there's a prime example. Appreciated by Josh Filler as well. Great jump shot. Very accurate. And now a chance on the 2, but as you said just now, the 5 and the 7 are tied up, Tim, so he's going to have to do something about those.
Yeah, will definitely be interesting. There's no ball near the 5 or the 7, which automatically makes opening up that cluster a lot tougher. What angle would you like to have on the 4 to open up the 5-7? Maybe the angle to go twice the long rail into the cluster, but not a big fan, honestly, from this position. Don't think he can go 1 rail into it because of where the 9 is laying. 1 rail with right spin. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 rails. It's either 2 rails into it or a safety on the 5 ball.
Be perfect if he could just clip the 7 away from the 5. That would be the ideal. That would be the dream shot. That's what he tried. And now, Tim, it's gone wrong.
Yeah, what is there to play? nothing over the short rail. I feel like the scratch plays real big. I'm not sure if you can catch it full enough to where the cue ball stays on the table. He was able to catch it full enough. He's played a good shot there. Low left spin. Kick and stick behind the 7. You can see that cue ball arced back.
Well, Joshua Filler beat Billy Thorpe in his first round. It was quite a hard battle for that. He did drop one of his sets against Billy Thorpe. Good hit, Tim, but the 5 ball is on.
Yeah, still the cut on the 5 ball. He's not going to play this soft. He's going to lose the cue ball if he does. So he will have to go 3 rails around the 9, I believe it is. Oh, this could be close to the 9. It's landed perfect. Yeah, now back in prime shape. That kick and stick really earned him his opportunity. And that's most likely how this whole match is gonna go. I don't think we're gonna see them miss a lot of balls unless the pressure will be immense at some point. But for now, they'll be just battling it out probably every rack, unless one of them gets the break going with a nice open pattern.
I wonder, will he take this to the corner, Tim, or will he still go to the side? Looks like he's eyeing up the side pocket angle, so side pocket it is.
Yeah, I think there's less work on playing this to the side. Well, he still chose to do much more. It's landed a bit bigger on this 9. Will have to go into the right long rail and out, back to the center of the table. Trying to hold the cue ball on this is very, very tight on the stroke. And all tied at 1. Good safety battle. Actually, for a second it looked like Filler had the best of the safety battle.
Yeah, it was that when he tried to move the 5-7, Tim, and he missed them. He played a great shot, didn't he, where he hooked Filler from being hooked himself behind the 7, and Filler, after a good hit on the 5, just left it on, and Feder, of course, did the rest. He had a very, very interesting opening round in this tournament. He was playing Alan Rolon from Puerto Rico, but unfortunately, Feder wasn't sure of what time he was playing, and he was arriving in his car, and he made it to this very arena with just 3 minutes to spare. He didn't have his proper clothes on, but he started battling, and ended up winning that match 2-0. So a little bit of a scary, hairy moment for the Ghost.
Oh, that's the break. One straight into the side. That 2-ball is not gonna dress up. Oh, jeez. That is a bit brutal. If you look at the cue ball as well, stopped dead. It got kissed, but it stopped dead. That was a very high quality break from Gorst, who will probably be playing a safety now. Can he still catch enough of the right side of the 2? Yeah, and bring the cue ball up to the 6-ball. 2 rails.
Very unlucky not to have a better shot on this 2-ball. The 9 just travelling, blocking the side pocket. Who knows, could have been a break and run there. Everything in the open. 4-ball, okay, was a little bit awkward and still is. We know Fedor loves a bank shot, Tim, don't we? He's been Banks champion a couple of times at Derby City.
Yeah, knew there was a bit of a element of safety on that bank. Needs that 3-ball to go just a bit more. Wow, that base.
It's a great touch, isn't it? With the jump cue, Tim. Good shot. Exactly as he played it.
Well, they definitely have experienced, have studied the game over and over to be so knowledgeable in the safety department, the bank shots, the kick shots, the jumps. Like, they've put so much time into it, and that's why you just see that both players can actually play. I mean, we can probably find one discipline that they have never tried, but I'm quite sure that they'll figure that out as well. Like, they'll play any game.
Well, Fedor was even a champion at the pyramid pool, wasn't he? With the big balls and the very, very small pockets. So I think that's something he could beat Filler at for sure. Although Filler would turn his eye to that pretty quickly as well, I would think. Just a natural cue sportsman, both of them. I think Fedor may have worked a little bit harder on the technique side of things. I think it comes a little bit more natural to Joshua.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Like, that's a interesting debate. Like, there's also just a difference in styles, and that's something that will always be there. There is no perfect technique. There's only something that works well for them 99% of the time for them. Does that 4-ball fit by the 5? Pocket speed, and he's hung it, Mark.
Yeah, it was very tight, wasn't it? I didn't even think it would go. But Joshua, well, he's hit the second point there. I don't think you can expect it to go in, especially at that pace. Played it a little bit hard, maybe, for the shot he was playing. And he hates missing a ball, doesn't he? And that will hurt him, especially if Fedor can clear up from there. Oh, this is going to be tight. It's okay, though. Played a good shot. So 5 to the 6 is the shot now. And he should have a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it's probably not going to do too much with the cue ball. Plays the cue ball just next to the 7.
Well, the poll on YouTube has got it pretty close, 48% say filler, 52 say Gorst. So divided in the chat. I think that's about right as well. You can't separate them, it's 50-50, I think.
Yeah, over 1,500 votes in it, and we're still almost even. So, I mean, with these kind of amounts, no way we can doubt the numbers.
Just went a little bit further than he wanted, just off straight on this 8 ball. No problem though, we'll draw to the side rail. Very meticulous in where he puts the cue ball. He's not just looking for an area, he's looking for a specific spot which he knows will give him the best chance of getting from the 9 to the 10. And that's just perfect.
Yeah, could have landed. Could have landed with more angle and be a little bit weird. But indeed, landing perfect. Looks like both players are actually quite tuned in on the table with the new Arcadia Elite cloth. Predator and Simonis brand. They look quite tuned in. It's just the fact the filler had to cheat the 4 ball. He just cheated it slightly thick. So it's the Gorst. Now with the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, just going back to that cloth collaboration between Predator and Simonis. I think it's a great idea. Simonis undoubtedly synonymous with quality over the years, tried and tested in the billiard industry for many, many years now. And the best teaming up with the best, I think, is a great idea. And also, let's talk about the balls, Arcos, but made by Aramith as well. So the best products, Tim, combining to make perfect equipment as good as it can be. Darren Appleton saying that this arc table is right up there with the best he's ever played on. So huge praise from a man who likes to say it how it is.
Well, Federer was 50% on the break. His numbers will be dropping. This one has come up dry. The 1 ball does go by the 4. We just have to take a quick look at the 3, 5, 7. I think it should be okay. Depending on how you get on the 3 ball, if you land with a bit too much angle, now you're forced into running into the 5 possibly. So he's going to try and get himself close to the 3 ball and possibly straight. Oh, a bit more. Now, it's not the biggest problem. Better to have this angle than the opposite angle. Doesn't matter if he nudges the 7. Can he still draw away from the 7 ball into the right long rail and back out? Center of the table-ish.
Filler, not with an easy route to the final. Beat Juan Carlos Exposito, Chris Robinson Reinhold, Carlo Biardo, Shane Van Boning and Max Lechner to get to this point. So tough route, beat some great players along the way. And still only dropped 2 sets. It's amazing.
Bit longer on the 7. Then again, shape guaranteed.
Left eye dominant, as you can see. Chin slightly over the left side of the cue. So compact, Tim, isn't he? Short stroke, but generates so much power smoothly. Back and forth for this 10. And we're going to be all square at 2-2. And fill up back with the break.
Yeah, all square at 2. Just the break hasn't been something for Filler yet. But eventually, I'm sure both players are going to find out something, and that's where we're going to see a bit more of running game instead of the safeties every rack. Not a guaranteed, but both very capable of reading the rack or seeing what side works a bit better.
Yeah, and the other final over on table number 2, Wei Chu-Tian has taken a 2-1 lead over Filipino Cesca Centeno. As we see, there he is. Look, there's Stewie, probably the most famous pool spectator in the world. Goes to all the Derby City Classics, the US Open, all the players know him. He's not a bad commentator, actually, himself as well. I used to sit next to Stewie when I was at the 22 Derby City Classic. He very kindly let me sit next to him.
Oh, look at this break, look at this result. Yeah, straight in on the 2. Now the only shot that needs some extra work is to cross over from the 4 ball to the 5. But I won't be hesitating too much on these first 2 balls.
The Joshua Filler Express could be arriving at the hill very soon. Just this to the 4, 4 to the 5, and then he should be okay, Tim, I think. Perfect,
Well, he's landed.
as they say in New York.
Well, needs to find the gap between the 6-7, or is he going to cross over for the 5 in the bottom right? And he's missed the 4. Wow.
I think I detected just a little bit of movement there, Tim. Just a little bit anxious.
Well, we did see that match against Shane Van Boning where the same thing happened in the opening set. Filler missing straight in 9 ball. Actually missed 2 shots in the beginning, lost the opening set, and that's where, I mean, we just seen him hit another gear. Now I'm quite sure he's not trying to replicate that same kind of match, but just to know that he's capable of flipping that switch.
Yeah, giving himself a talking to there, beating himself up. You can't believe it, and it's very painful, of course, when you miss a relatively easy ball to then sit and watch your opponent take what should have been yours. Just rubs salt in the wound slightly. Needs to forget about it though and get ready in case Gorst misses. $45,000 to the winner.
Yeah, top right spin. Straight towards the 9. For quite a steal actually in this rack. You did mention the 4 to the 5 was the key shot. That's where things went wrong for Filler. We might not even see Filler back at the table in this set.
Well, the stats suggest that it was going to be tight. And it wouldn't surprise me if every set went to, well, if it does go heel-heel in the third set, of course, we will have a shootout. Same rules apply, same format all the way through to the final. So if we would get to 3-3, there would be a shootout. Can somebody just get 2 racks clear? That would be something. At the moment, it's going rack for rack. Mentioned 45 to the winner, 21,000 to the runner-up. Semi-finalists have already been paid out, 10,500 each. 5th through 8th received 5,250. 9th through 16th, 2,625. And even 17th through 32nd got $1,313.
Well, this time no 1 ball on the break, and dry indeed. So we do get to see Filler back at the table. Both the 1 ball and the 3 ball getting low on the side pocket. Now, the 2 ball might barely go by the 5.
Does he go for this? Does he take this 1 ball on?
1 ball, 1 pocket.
It does go. If he can avoid the 6, he'd have natural position on the 2 ball, which I think does go.
Wow, he went for
wild.
Full Q jump. Bit of a second prize maybe, Mark?
I think it just did sneak behind the 3 ball, Tim, to cover at least the potting angle. Yeah, there you see it. So he's going to have to kick at this unless he wants to slow swerve it. Now he's jumping. The trusty jump cue. Certainly up there with the best jumpers in the world, if not the best. Jesus Atencio, a close second in my book. Played an amazing swerve shot the other day, I saw. Jump and swerve at the same time. Oh, he's left it, Tim.
Yeah, but that 2-9 did get tied up. So Filler does have the angle now to run into them. But he still needs to finish on the 2-ball as well. And so he does.
That's not too bad.
He makes that look very easy, but if he catches the 9 full, the cue ball was frozen to the 2-ball. Now, still from the 5 to the 6, it needs some work. The 9-ball comes into play quite a bit there if you leave too much angle. Oh, he's left himself at least the angle away from the 8-9. I think he might be able to draw past the side pocket. Or is he stunning to the right side of the 6-ball? Punched it in.
Great shot. Left-hand spin to coax the cue ball over towards that left-hand rail where the 7's waiting. And that's absolutely perfect where he's played that cue ball. You can just stun out to the centre of the table. Twice across with the cue ball for the 9. This is looking good for Filler to go heel Tim in this opening set. This is what we want, both players playing their best stuff.
Yeah, this to get the hill opening set. And Joshua Filler will be breaking.
Yeah, one mistake again. That time from Fedor on the 1-ball is all Joshua needed to take that rack. I think both players, Tim, at the top of their game right this minute now. We're in for one hell of a final.
Yeah, it looks like both players are now fully in stroke. Very stable play. I mean, a lot of people do not understand how it feels to play in front of such a crowd. This type of prize money. Now you're playing, you know you're one of the best, but you're playing someone else who is one of the best. There's a lot of nervy aspects to it, and looks like they have overcome that point right now. So Filler breaking, looking to close out the first set.
I think sometimes, Tim, it's very easy to get caught up in the new world of AI and everything being perfect, you know, filters on cameras, everyone having to be perfect and look perfect. But there's still the human element that comes into sports, and anything at any time can go wrong. And I think that's the beauty of sport. Nothing is guaranteed. There's always going to be drama. There's no perfect rack to break the balls and guarantee making a ball.
Now it looks like Federer might be taking on this cut. he knows this could be a set winner, making this. Ooh, a bit wide, but beautiful. Now look at this. Maybe the 5 ball needs a bit of work. Not sure if that goes by the 10. As you can see, a bit wide on the 1. The 5 seems to go in the bottom right. So the only shot where something tricky could happen is possibly to get from the 5 to the 6. That's where the most traveling will be done with the cue ball.
Score update from table number 2, guys. The women's final. Wei Chu Chen is on the hill, 3-2 against Cesca Centeno. Dry break from Joshua Filler, which is why Fedor is at the top. Oh, what's he done here? What's he done here? Oh, that's a dreadful shot from Fedor.
Yeah, preferred the left side of the 5 more than the other side. Just because of the 9 and the 10 where it's laying. You seem to hit that just a little bit too strong. And now he will have to jump this 5 ball and get on the 6.
He's got to put it out of his head. He's overhit it. Get rid of that thought. 100% effort now. He may even play safe off this, Tim.
Well, it looked like he called the bank. He's called the bank.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, he enjoyed that one. So did we, Fedor. Didn't manage to get the draw for the position. Look at that. That's lovely, that from Joshua Filler, appreciating that shot with actual round of applause. I like Josh Filler. Everyone had their little thoughts about him when he first came. He was very young and maybe a little bit petulant when he first came on the scene, and people had their reasons for disliking him, but I think he's growing into a very mature athlete who really does appreciate every facet of the game, which he showed there by that lovely round of applause he gave. I thought that was a nice moment. Oh, look at this. The Josh Filler kick and stick, as always, immaculate, Tim.
Yeah, so scary to play it with that pace. It does curve a lot. Just hit it head full in the face. And the tap also from Fedor on the table. He's got the jump cue out again. Are we going to see another jump bank? Or will he go for the save this time?
This is a repeat of the Moscone Cup a few years ago, isn't it, when these two played? And there were those great kick and sticks behind the 6 and the 7. 2 in a row Joshua Filler got. He was almost back to his seat before the balls had stopped rolling on one of them. 2 perfect kick and sticks. That's a good shot there from Fedor as well. This is top quality stuff, guys, that we're getting to see here. Nothing better than 2 guys at the top of their game battling it out.
Well, a bit of a wild shot there. Not very sure what he was trying to play, but you could say it has worked out for now. You would expect Fedor to play a safety under the 9 and the 10, but he's called the bottom left corner. Is he gonna go for another bank? Another 2-way? No, it was a just-in-case call. He's going to try and nestle the cue ball up to the 8, and he's played that very well. Can Filler still kick over the left long rail? That might be his only out.
Well, he could repeat history here. Can he get another kick and stick on this 6 ball? Send it away, leave the cue ball there. Didn't have the ankle this time.
Well, the balls are being bumped all over the place at the moment. Just that 6 ball not laying nicely so far. Federer has called the bank on this. Kind of feel like this is an all-in kind of shot. No safety in mind on this. It does make the bank, and I think he's on the 7. Well, a bit in between on the 7 still. But he's given himself all the opportunity, all the chances to still win this opening set. And that's a big deal in the best side of 3.
Has to go to the side here, Tim. Can go low right, spin it round 2 rails to land nicely on the 8. It may have underhit this slightly. No, he's not. He's okay. He's hit it perfectly.
Yeah, the 9 ball does connect perfectly to the 10. So you could say that 8 was probably the most difficult shot. And 2 balls away for the Ghost to get this set done with. Sending a bit of a statement to Filler, showing that he will have to play better to have a chance in this match. And as you can see, looks like Federer definitely wants to take a break. Maybe get some water, some refreshments. So quite sure we're gonna have the timeout. We're gonna leave you with some stats, and Mark White and myself, Tim de Ruiter. We will be back very shortly with the second set. And here we are back at the Westgate Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Second set has just started between Fedor Gorst and Joshua Filler. Fedor winning the opening set in the commentary booth. Mark White and Tim de Ruiter. Mark, what do you think about this break?
I thought he hit him pretty well, cut him a little bit more. I think he's unlucky. I don't think he's got a shot on the one, actually. He has got a piece of it, but I don't think he's got the potting angle, although maybe he has. He's having a good look round everywhere, or maybe he's just playing the push.
Yeah, hooked by the 8, but we'll have to work something out. Probably push the cue ball to the bottom short rail.
Tied up.
Trying to, yeah, also trying to leave a bit of a tempting shot on the 1-6 combination, but with the cue ball being close to the rail, distance between the 1-6, I think it's too tough.
He didn't like it, so he's giving it back to Joshua. Maybe Josh likes it. He certainly did like it. Well, we know what's coming next, Tim. Look behind the 8 ball. Or the 2. Can get back to the 2 as well if he prefers. Play the 1 below the 310.
Yeah, I kind of like bringing the 1 down near the 310 indeed, and the cue ball above the 2. Yeah, just like that. And that little cluster now with the 1-3-10 is increasing Joshua's odds quite a bit. In the meantime, on table 2, we have the Las Vegas Women's Open final going on between Jessica Centeno and Su Chen Wei. Wei taking the opening set for the 3. So very similar score lines to this final. Both actually great matches. So hopefully everybody is watching multi-screen.
Yeah, get your tablets and your laptop and your phone out. You don't want to miss any of these games. This is a great shot. This is a really good shot. Hasn't done any damage, Tim.
Yeah, especially the speed. Very good speed there. Knowing that with a soft pace, he was most likely to get some cover. And then look at how thin Filler just cut the 1 ball there. Still able to make a very thin contact, I believe, on this 1 ball. Can he bring the cue ball all the way back up table? Oh no. Straight into the 5 and the ball in hand for Filler.
Yeah, would love to see this go to a 3rd and deciding set. I personally don't want to see a shootout. I'd rather see it won outright. But I wouldn't be disappointed if it did go to a shootout, let's put it that way.
Well, with these 2 players being so close to each other, you cannot imagine this to go over in 2 sets. Pretty high chances, I would say, also to get the shootout. But indeed, I mean, the most beautiful way is to dominate the final. Yeah, still that 9 ball though. A lot of people would just say he's going to tap the 9 ball in and play the 10 in the upper corner. But it's not so easy to get super straight onto the 9 to hold it for the top corner. And that's where the traveling usually comes from, and that's where players either miss the 9 or the 10. So a bit of work on this. 3 balls needed.
He's perfect on the 8 though, Tim, isn't he? Just play a little draw shot, kind of wants the angle on the 9 that he's got now. Leave himself a decent angle, a bit bigger angle actually, to travel the cue ball back and forth for the 10.
Yeah, could go top right spin, could also go stun left, twice across. He's playing the 3 rolls forward. Needs to cue ball to run a bit though. Think he's fine. Didn't look too disappointed. A bit more cut.
Yeah, so Filler winning another safety battle against Fedor. A little bit wide, but it's in. He will keep the break, Tim. Winner breaks in sets. Alternate break every other set. Now let's give you a little fact about lovely Las Vegas, where we are. Of course, everyone's heard of Las Vegas. I saw once actually that it's visible from space. The amount of lights that they've got in Vegas makes it the brightest place on the planet. And it also has almost half of the largest hotels in the world as well. Millions and millions of tourists going there every year. And there's actually 12,000 queuists at the Westgate as we speak. 454 Predator bar box tables, 12,000 league players, plus all the pros, of course, in this particular tournament. Oh, a nice little bump, Tim. Did it get him on the 2?
Yeah, I think it did. It looked like it was not going to be on the 2 ball. Made the 1 in the side. Here it looked like the 2 was going to land behind the 8. And the 4 came to the rescue. Can he still get on the 3 ball? Maybe to the short side of the 3 ball? No, he played power draw of the 9.
What a shot that is, Tim. He actually looked at the line of that, kind of drew a line up the table when he was looking at the 2 ball for his route to the 3. Terrific shot using the 9 ball. Looking to open up a 2-rack lead here very, very quickly.
Yeah, prime shape. Float the 5 ball in, try to get straighter on this combination. Just gotta make sure he doesn't cut the 7 ball too much. Doesn't want the 6 ball to move over to the short rail. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Head on.
Just seems to me, Tim, that Filler just all of a sudden flicks that switch, knows he's got to up his game a little bit. Just lost the first set, knows he can't afford to make a mistake. Obviously will be punished for it. And he's okay on this 8, can send the cue ball round 3 rails. Perfect. Once again, I say that. Can he just draw by the centre pocket?
I would say so. He's chosen to not even bother with it. And a very quick break run gets Filler now 2-0 on the scoreboard. As you mentioned, upping his game.
That's what all great pros have, that ability to just go up a gear when needed. Knows he's got to take just a little bit more care. I'm not saying he's slowed down a bit, but he's certainly been a bit more. His position has been a whole lot better in this second set, Tim. Discussing, look, we're having a good old chat about the players and how good they are. And do you want a game tonight? Should we go to Griff's and have a set together? How much you want to play for? No, just for fun, mate. No gambling.
Yeah, the one ball is getting close to the side almost every break now on both sides for both players. It's made the one in the corner though, and well, we might see Filler take on this cut. As you see, it caught the side pocket point.
3 balls showing us its moves as well. Look, and a nice long spin. Oh, it's there. What a shot this is. Filler putting on a masterclass. Gorst can do nothing but watch.
Yeah, sweet outside spin on the cue ball to leave himself the ideal angle on this 3 ball to the side. Has come up slightly short though on this 4. Has to make sure he avoids the 10. Can he still skim off the right side or the top side of the 10 in this view? With top spin.
Yeah, get up, walk around and reset again. I was really pleased that he didn't just keep shifting and stay down and play a shot. He's done the right thing. Wow. What a shot he's played there, Tim.
Yeah, had to get the cue ball over to the left half of the table. Did a good job avoiding the 10 and the 7. Oh, this time looked like he was playing center ball. I was wondering why he wasn't going to play just a drip of right spin running towards the 6. And now one more of those cuts needed.
Yeah, this is tough. Tougher than the 2 because he's not as close to it.
And he's missed it.
He's overdone it. He's overdone it. Wasn't a great shot, Tim, that he played. The trouble actually started when he didn't get on the 4 nicely, which meant he couldn't get close to the 5, which then made the position from the 5 to the 6 awkward. He's overdone it. So a chance for Fedor to get back into this set. 3-0, well, that would have been a different story, but just 2-0 and a chance to come back. What's he done with a cue ball? Doesn't want to be on this rail.
I'm even wondering if he's still on the 7. I don't think so. I think we're going to see the jump cue out.
Drama. It's all happening here at the Westgate Resort and Hotel.
Well, doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball, so you would expect him to make this. 8 ball does hoover over the top left corner. Yeah, drops the cue under the table. Knows that's a worry for later. Cue ball did move on closer to the short rail. You won't be able to do much more with the cue ball except running into the 9.
Good job, we got carpet for them, hasn't it, to cushion the blow of their cues, Tim. Oh, it hasn't gone perfect. This is awkward now. Difficult shot to the side and even more difficult to get to the 10 ball.
Going aggressive on the bank, and he's missed it. And what is he going to give Filler? I think he's left Filler straight in.
I think he has as well, Tim, to the top right. Very aggressive from Fedor there. Oh, he might have straight in the side pocket, I beg your pardon. No, he's going to the corner, isn't he? Yeah, corner. Much better, easier to control the cue ball. So this 10 ball to arrive at the hill in this second set, looking to square things up.
Yeah, so getting away with that mistake on the 6 ball, Joshua Filler, but indeed does get himself on the hill in this second set. That means we're now slowly looking into a deciding set. And who knows, possible shootout on the way?
Over on table number 2, Cesca Centeno is up against Wei. And the score over there, Wei took the first set, but it's Cesca, the Flash Centeno, coming back in the second set. She's opened up a 2-0 lead in their second set.
Now breaking for the set, Joshua Filler. Looking to make the one in the center. Does make the one in the center, makes 2 of them. Oh, and look at this.
Oh, look at this.
2 is hanging.
Tim Delater, look at this. 9 ball as well in the opposite side pocket at pace. The 2 ball right over, hanging in the jaws of the pocket. And now a chance for Filler to close out this set. And it would be only the second set that Fedor Gorst has lost in the entire tournament.
Yeah, a little trace of inside spin. To cross over to the top side of the 5 in this view, and well, he's just completely upped his game. He's missed 1 ball though. I mean, I'm very sure that when he gets back home, he's probably practicing that 1 shot he's missed this set. But everything else just, I mean, the way how both are playing is just exceptionally well. So close to playing perfect sets back to back.
Good angle on the 7. to draw off the side rail, back across to the other side rail. The frightening thing is, Tim, he just does everything so quickly, doesn't he? And, you know, all of a sudden, how long has this set taken? Not even 15 minutes, I think, and he's going to win it 4-0.
Yeah, indeed, this is a very quick set, and this stand to win the set. Joshua Filler now leveling the score once again, 1 each in sets. Gorst leaving the arena. He wants to be as sharp as he can be for the title. Mark White and Tim de Ruiter, we're gonna take a little break. We'll be right back with the remainder of this final in the Las Vegas Open 2026. And welcome back to the final between Fedor Gorst, who's ready to break the balls in the third and deciding set. He's taking on Joshua Filler, who just showed us a master class in the second set. Mark, are we going to a shootout, or do you think one of the two is gonna show us another master class?
Well, I honestly think if Joshua can get the break back, just saw the break stats there, 100% in that second set from Joshua Filler. both making a ball and having a shot at the next shot, and also his safety was 100% as well. Joshua, if he can win this rack and get the break back, he could go on another run again. I just think he's that confident at the moment. Fedor struggling a little bit, didn't really get a chance. A couple of mistakes safety-wise from Gorst in that second set. And this is a good safety from Joshua to open up the third and deciding set. So Fedor just under it a little bit, I think, at the moment, Tim.
Yeah, definitely. With Filler just playing such a strong set, he's coming in with a lot more momentum. So maybe one good shot here. If I'm not sure if he can actually take a risk and carom the 2-9 in. He can only hit in between the 2 and the 1. There's not too many options. Can he maybe use the 2 as a stopper and then play the 1 ball back down table?
He called something. I'm not sure what he called though. Maybe the 9 as a precaution.
Well, this might be on. Wasn't trying to catch a piece of the 3 ball. I would say the 2-9 combination is available now. So one good shot on this one, if he can avoid major contact. Oh.
Wow, maybe
yet,
okay.
I feel like even if you have to jump this, there's a lot of throw on that 9 ball coming in from this angle. Cannot imagine him not being able to make the 9. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's another safety mistake from Fedor Gorst that has allowed Joshua this chance.
And this is exactly what you meant with Filler just having the full momentum. He's in that punch and Federer has to kind of get him cold in one way, but wasn't that easy from the position Filler put Federer in actually.
Yeah, leaving himself just a little bit more to do on this 7 ball. Couldn't really do too much with a cue ball there. Still big favourite, of course, to finish these last 2 balls off now. That's the perfect angle on this 8 to get to the 10. And he's carrying on, Tim, where he left off in the second set. Very nicely done. In the other final, the ladies' final, over on table number 2, Cesca Centeno has opened up a 2-1 lead in the second set, but Wei winning the first set for racks 3. So that's well in progress into their second set. No referee Pentti Saponen racking the balls. And just a reminder, guys, we will have the presentation straight away following this final. And we have some very special dignitaries to hand out the prizes as well. Ozzy Reynolds, CEO of Q Sports International, along with his wife, actually, Amy Kane, General Manager of Q Sports International, and Jorgen Sandman from the WPA, the World Pool Billiards Association. They will be handing out the prizes. 45,000 to the winner, 27 to the runner-up. Josh Filler looking good right now, breaking off Tim. Again, the one in the side. He's got that one ball down, hasn't he, Tim? But unfortunately, no look at the two this time.
Okay, I'm quite sure Feder will feel like it's about time. You're not going to get shape after the break. Definitely is hitting the break really well, but you cannot really do much more on the position afterwards. So now the push out. Is he going to look to tie some balls up? Maybe push the 6 down table? Or is he just going to leave a thin contact? What has he in store for us? Is he going to play the opposite sides? I think it's already quite the challenge not to scratch. Can he jack up the cue? Can he dig low enough, banking the 2-ball up table?
There's the opportunity to give it back, of course, cause an extension, so that tells you that he's going to play from here. He's not going to waste an extension. Well, he has. Well, surprising for me. Called the extension and then gave it back to him. That's a bit weird.
Well, he probably used the extension knowing that Filler pushed to this position with a reason. And this time it's left it open, so it's been a while since Feder had such an opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think the 3-ball goes though past the 7, so he needs to play a big positional shot here if he's going to get onto the 3, maybe into the side pocket, but it certainly doesn't go into this bottom right. So big draw shot coming up. Oh, has he drawn it too much? He's gone too far, Tim, I think.
Well, I think it still
Maybe
cuts
not.
in the side, but I don't think it does go. Well, I think it stopped just in time, but now we'll have to play an excellent cue ball, actually, running the cue ball in between the 9 and the 6, in and out. Play the double pace just to make sure he makes the ball, and that little bump on the 7 could have been way worse as he landed on the 4. He's on this to the center.
Yeah, that will do nicely. No. Oh, just caught the far jaw. I thought it wasn't going to drop. Getting excited here, Tim. Calm down, Mark. Calm down.
Well, this is a big stroke, though. If you thought the 4-ball was tough, trust me, this 5-ball, he needs to put on a big stroke. Low left. Trying to the long rail and out. He's going forward. And he's missed the 5. What's he going to give Filler?
Yeah, not one of Fedor's best strokes, that one. Very bit quick on the stroke. There you see it, Tim. Just accelerated a little bit too quickly. What a shot. What a great shot.
Yeah, to find that window between the 10 and the 7. I thought actually he was going to accept a long 6 ball. But yet, if you can find a window like that, that's just sublime cue ball control. Nudge to the 8 ball open as well. Straight draw up to the 8. Cannot really go too short. You're running towards the 8. Things starting to look bad for Federer. I mean, the opportunity he got from Filler wasn't the easiest one. But I think most of us were expecting him to make that 5 ball.
Yeah, I think when you've got Filler playing so well, even half a chance, Tim, you've got to take it because you might not get another one. You know, even a difficult chance. You can't throw them away. But it's Joshua moving ever closer to the title of champion of the Las Vegas Open for 2026. And that first prize of $45,000. That's to add to the 15 that himself and his wife won yesterday in the doubles. We still have the teams to go. They're pretty up there in the favourites as well for the team tournament, which starts tomorrow, and the juniors we have starting. Now, interestingly, there's a young boy from Thailand called Proc, is his English name, not his Thai name, but his English name. He is over there in Vegas, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing him play. Hopefully, he'll get some time on the one of the TV tables. We actually played him and his partner in a doubles a couple of weeks ago. He's a very, very talented player. That's what I need, one of them, a coffee right now, Tim. Now biting times for some. I'm sure the Federer's fans are the ones feeling a little bit of pressure at the moment. Josh's fans are loving what they're seeing. Can he make the one again? No, he can't. Oh, he nearly made it in the corner. Cue ball's going close. Now then, it's dry. Chance for Federer, but not much of one. But this is where he needs to get a really good safety in, Tim. They've been making all the difference. I did mention it at the start. The safeties would be of paramount importance. And Federer just needs to tighten his safety slightly more.
No, Federer might be able to hit this directly, Mark. This might not be strong enough. The crowd clapping, acknowledging the fact that he's played the safe, but
yeah, it's just not good enough in my eyes, Tim. You can't be letting him see a ball.
well, I'm surprised to see Federer do the exact same, leaving that 1 ball in the open. Then again, both of them really looking for the perfect save. Quite an important moment, as you mentioned, because Federer cannot really afford himself any more mistakes. And Federer obviously trying to defend his lead.
Yeah, no cover again, did get distance. Federer going for a bit of side to side here, I think. Cue ball by the 7. With the 6, I apologise.
Oh, it's so close too, like he was super close, freezing the cue ball up on the 6. And that's a huge difference. Filler might be able to go for this, cut this in and run the cue ball full into the 9. Yeah, he's going.
Well, this is a huge shot in the context of the match. If he can make this, hold off the 9 for the 2, we could be seeing him getting to the hill. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Filler again. Wasn't easy. Played it at a slow pace, Tim. Slowish pace. Full confidence in his potting ability. Brilliant. Awesome. What other words can you find to describe this player, who I still think is the best in the world right now?
Yeah, very extraordinary. There is a reason why nobody wants to draw him in any event, actually. But yet, there's no way around it. We still have to face the fact that we just have no chance at this point.
I mean, he's just done the 3-peat at the Derby City 9-ball. You know how difficult that tournament is, Tim. 700 players in that particular 9-ball tournament. And he's won it 3 years on the trot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I also feel like for many years he's been trying to prove everybody that he was the best. And I just think that he realizes now that he feels like he is the best. He doesn't have to show it anymore. He just plays pool. So he took that little bit of tension out. I think it made him actually play better, which is the scary part. Now a bit more angle on this 6. So we might have to see him travel the cue ball more. Couldn't hold for the 7 in the corner.
Well,
this
this
angle,
isn't
he might have to
straightforward.
play the short side.
You remember these side pockets, Tim? You've got to hit them just right, haven't you? And he did hit it just right. Seems that he can't miss right now. This is stunning stuff from Filler. It really is. I mean, he's up against Fedor Gorst here, don't forget. Who in my eye is probably number 2 in the world at the moment. Going on the form. Not you know, not the actual rankings, but certainly in terms of form at the moment, these two are right up there at the top.
Yeah, and that's now 7 racks in a row for Joshua Filler. He's now on the double hill. And he needs only 1 for the title. Just dominating at the moment. What can Fedor do?
And on table 2, Tim, Wei Wei is on the double hill as well. She's come from behind in the second set to lead Cesca Centeno 3 racks to 2, and she's a set-up, don't forget, as well. So both finals on the double hill. Sure, our presentation party are getting ready. The podium will be put in place. We'll have a very, very short break, guys, but we will be presenting the trophies and the checks straight after the finals. Ozzy Reynolds from CSI, the CEO, used to be a NASA worker, but had such a love for pool. When the opportunity came up to buy the pool league, Ozzy Reynolds left NASA, where he was an engineer, designer. And he took over CSI, Q Sports International, and he, along with his wife, Amy Kane, will be alongside Jorgen Sandman from the WPA. That's coming up straight after. Could be after this rack. We don't know yet, but he's made the one ball again, Tim.
Yeah, the 2-ball got a couple bumps. That's the only reason why Federer will get back to the table. Otherwise, he would have been laying just next to the cue ball. So we're going to see the push out, the battle. Federer only needing one good safety battle for the title. Federer possibly a couple more of those. Is he going to tie a ball up? Is he going to put the cue ball long and far, frozen to the rail?
Ten seconds left.
Roll up on the 4 just to leave an eeny meeny piece of that 2-ball. I would almost say that he's left the 2-ball on. That would be a bit of a mistake. If not, Federer will have to stop the cue ball behind the 10. It's pure accuracy though. I mean, won't have too much to work with.
But he's looking to see if the 3 goes. So I think he's going adventurous here, Tim. I think he's going to try and bank the 2 ball rather into the top right hand pocket. This is a kind of like a 1 pocket shot, or obviously a bank shot. Is he going all in, Tim?
Well, he is going for the bank. And he's missed the bank, and that 2-ball is gonna stay in the open. That's it. Did they get awkward enough to where Federer might scratch off it in the side? Let's see where that 2-ball stops. Oh,
awkward.
This should. It's quite a big cut, but if the 3-ball goes by the 8, there's nothing you have to do on the cut except to make it.
And he has made it.
Yeah, I think Federer knew that he had to play something there. He was just afraid of giving something back to Federer. As you can see, the 3-ball does go by the 8.
Well,
So
this
now
could be
straight
it, Tim.
over. Yeah, straight over to the 5, maybe the 7. The 7 does go by the 10, so I fear the worst for the Ghost.
Oh, perfect. Even as the angle look to get up for the 6 into the side or to the corner, whichever he so chooses. Centeno has gone 3-3 in the second set, so she's fighting to stay in the tournament. This man very much nearly over the finishing line, Tim.
Yeah, what do you think of this match? I mean, Federer just absolutely turned it up 200% after losing the opening set.
Yeah, I mentioned right at the start of the final, Tim, I thought safety would be a big part of this match, and it has. His safety has just been much better than Federer's. He's out-fought him, he's out-potted him, and I think he's a very deserving champion. I mean, he's just played out of this world. He just seems to get better and better, and it seems when he really puts his mind to it, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that can beat him. I really don't. I mean, look at this. He's come from 4-3 down. He's won the next set 4-0, and he's about to win this one 4-0. Absolutely fantastic ball. Top draw from the German. Unbelievable.
Well, you could see that 9-ball was a bit nervy, but he knows he should be good on this 10. This is for the title, Las Vegas Open 2026 champion. His second title for this week. And he has made a statement there in this final. What a performance. It's Joshua Filler who takes the title. Now, can he make it a three-peat with the World Team Championship starting off in the next couple days? Well, we'll have to find out, but for now, congratulations to both players. Absolute great performance also from Fedor Gorst. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank everybody for tuning in during this great final. Also would like to thank Mark White and myself, Tim de Ruiter. We will do the prize ceremony right after this. We will have to wait possibly a little bit for the women's final, but just make sure to stay tuned for all the live action from Las Vegas.
Our men's Open champion. We'll have the award ceremony after our women's Open. space. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the historic Westgate Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas. This has been the kickoff to the 2026 Predator Pro Billiards Series. And boy, we have just got started, but we saw two amazing finals. And before we go any further and before we introduce you and award the champions, I want to thank our amazing partners for this entire event. First of all, Kamui, Yalin, Little Monster, Box Billiards, Seyberts, and Simonis Cloth. Also, want to thank our founding partners celebrating their 50th anniversary, Q Sports International. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our partners that make this entire event possible. Also, a huge shout out to the Predator Group for the amazing equipment that we have here, introducing the Predator Arc Table to America. It is absolutely beautiful, and if anybody wondered, those are 4 1/8 inch pockets, all right? So very tough for the pros here. And also want to thank Aramith across 2 balls and Acadia Pro by Simonis Cloth and the Predator Arena Lights. Now at this time, I would like to introduce some dignitaries, very important people we have here in Las Vegas. I'd like to introduce the Sports Marketing and Product Innovation Director, Vincent Rochefort, along with Amy Kane, the General Manager of CSI, along with Ozzy Reiholds, the CEO of CSI, to present the awards. And we're going to start with our Las Vegas Women's Open champion. Please make some noise for Zhu Chen Wei. That's the good one. That's the big check right there. $27,000, ladies and gentlemen, for first place in the Las Vegas Women's Open. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we started with 128 of the finest players on the entire planet for our Las Vegas Men's Open Open Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, well, he's been in this arena before and he's done it again. Make some noise for the killer, Joshua Filler. And take a look at that check, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge prize fund for our sport. $45,000 for Mr. Filler. Las Vegas, give it up one more time to both of our champions. They played amazing this week. And we're going to see more of them because tomorrow we are going to kick off the Juniors Open and what we have all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, starting tomorrow, it is the 2026 Predator WPA Teams World Championships. We have 20 different teams from all over the globe and the finest players on the planet. It's all going to kick off right here tomorrow in Vegas. We're just getting started. Have a good night, everybody.